appreciate everybody showing up. We've got a really good crowd. We've got about 38 or 9. Right at, no, 28 or 29.
Yeah.
That's right. So we're proud to have this minute today. So we're going to start. I'm Gaynell Johnston. I was a Sawyer. My grandparents was
Ferris. I get your daddy first.
my daddy and mother was Emily and Barry Sawyers. And then my grandpa and grandma was John and Arlena Painter Sawyers. And I'm proud to be here.
When we start the line in a minute, we'll start with the start. They said tell everybody how to eat. Start at this end, go through, go back through, go through the desserts, and then there's drinks on the counter. All right.
My name is Melissa Sawyer. My dad was Hubert and Gail Sawyer.
And everybody speak as loud as they can because Don won't pick it up.
I'm Miriam June. I was a Smith, Aldridge, married Gerald Aldridge. And my parents were J. Sawyer Smith and Wilburn Smith. And my grandparents were Lily and Doc Sawyer.
I'm Don Studdard. My mother was a Sawyer, Essie Studdard. She was married to D.O. Studdard. Her dad was Fenton Sawyer.
We'll go ahead and I'll get you.
And I'm Diane Studdard, and I'm married to Don Studdard.
Okay, I'm gonna come around. Lyle, you're next.
My name's Lyle Aldridge. My dad is, my parents are Scotty and Penny Aldridge, and my grandmother is June, and my granddaddy is Gerald Aldridge.
Okay.
Walker.
I'm gonna start over here around Mr. Bagwell. Tell us who you are.
I'm Charlie Bagwell. I married Missy Tucker for 60 years.
66.
I got a bad memory.
It might be a good thing. All right, it's Bessie.
I'm Bessie Tucker Bagwell. My parents were Jackson and Flossie Sawyer Tucker. My mother's father was Bedford Sawyer, and his dad was James Hillard, and I can't go any farther than that.
That's right.
I'm Warren Morgan. I'm married to Tony. Her father was James Sawyer.
Okay.
I'm Billy Lowry. My grandmother was May Sawyers Lowry. I'm Mike Smallwood. I'm married to Lydia, and it's Gaynell Sawyers James.
I'll get you next.
I'm Charles Sawyer. My dad was named Clarence and Mary Frances Sawyer. And my grandfather was Fenton Sawyer. Me and Don are double first cousins.
Okay. I'll come on around the table.
I am Anita Morris. I was a Bobo. My parents were Ray and Lois Bobo. My mother was Lois Tucker Bobo. And Aunt Bessie is my aunt and Uncle Charles, and that was my mother's baby sister. We're thankful to be here.
My name's Tony Sawyer Morgan. My dad was James Hugh Sawyer. My grandparents were Doc and Lily Sawyer.
See, all right, I'll do this table.
I'm Charlene Harbin. I was a Bagwell before our marriage, daughter of Charles and Bessie Bagwell. My grandmother on my mother's side was Flossia Velma Sawyer, married to Andrew Jackson Tucker.
My name is Wanda Barnes. My mother and daddy were Carrie and Spurgeon Devers, and my mother was a Sawyer, and her daddy was Bedford Sawyer, and my great-granddaddy was James Hillard Sawyer.
I'm Norma Devers' neighbors, and my mother was Carrie Sawyer Devers, whose parent was Bedford Sawyer, and his dad was James Hilliard Sawyer.
Okay.
I forgot to write this down. But I am Blondie Lowry Gibson, and my mother was May Sawyer Lowry, and her parents was Bedford and Margaret, and I will not go in further.
James Hilliard.
That's enough.
All right, Gay.
And my name is Gay Sawyer Beasley. My mother and daddy was Alice and Louis Sawyer, and my grandparents was Judy and Edgar Sawyer.
And I'm Barbara Gibson Coco. My parents were Frank and Blondie Gibson. My grandparents were Charlie and May Lowry, and May was May Sawyer.
I'm Bonita Devers Taylor. My mother and daddy were Carrie and Spurgeon Devers, Carrie Sawyer, and her parents were Margaret and Bedford Sawyer.
I'm Patty Neighbors Haley Tucker, and my mother and father are Norma Neighbors and Fred Neighbors, and my grandparents were Carrie Lily Sawyer and Spud Devers, and I've continued the Lily name. My daughter's name is Lily Haley.
Okay.
I'm Mabel Sullivan, Ralph Sullivan's wife, and his mother was Edna Sawyer before she married to Sullivan.
I'm Marshall Burgess. I'm Mabel's brother.
I'm Denise Sullivan Kent, and my dad was Ray Sullivan, and my grandmother was Edna Sawyer Sullivan.
My name's George Devers, and for the fourth time, my parents were Spud and Carrie Sawyer Devers, and my grandparents were Bedford and Margaret Devers, Margaret Sawyer.
I'm a Tucker from Eldridge. I'm married to Patricia, who's Norma neighbor's daughter. And I'm glad to be here and see everybody. There's a lot of Tucker blood running through me.
I'm Matthew Green. William Arthur Sawyer is my granddad, and H.B. Sawyer is my great-granddad.
Okay.
And I'm Bill Sawyer, and William Arthur was my dad, H.B. is my granddad, and Arthur Sawyer was my great-great-granddad, or my great-granddad.
Okay. Somebody just came in. Tell us who you are.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yes, your turn.
I'm Brian Davidson. I'm a son of Bill Sawyer and a grandson of Clay and Francis Sawyer.
Okay, thank you.
We're gonna have our blessing. Billy's gonna.
Family traveling at Western Kentucky, where my parents were born. Through the abandoned old town, it's hard to remember. So many times my memories been torn. Oh, Daddy, won't you take me back to Newburgh County, down by the Green River, where paradise lay. I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late asking. The eyes roll back and fall away.
sorry, my son, but too late in asking. Anybody's poetry is all there away.
Let the soul roll be 10 miles away, paradise waiting just 5 miles away from wherever I am. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, by the Green River, where paradise lay. I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late at last. Peabody's coal train was on the way. Peabody's coal train was on the way. My every clothes who are in need. My life on earth is but a span, and so I'll do the best I can, the best I can. My evening sun is sinking low, a few more days, and I must go to meet the deeds that I have done, where there will be no setting sun, no setting sun, while going down God's weary road. I'll try to let some travelers know. I'll try to turn, but not today. Make flowers bloom along the way. I'm thinking sun is sinking low, it's sinking low. A few more days, and I must go to meet the deeds that I have done, where there will be no setting sun, no setting sun. To be away my sin, nothing but the blood of Jesus. What